What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and as you can tell, I'm still here in LA at E3, and I just want to do two quick little lists, giving you the top 5 best and worst things about my E3 2013 trip. Now, I've decided to separate them into two videos, this one being the best and the next one being the worst. So, to start off with my number 5, the best, is getting to meet SS Sniper Wolf. Now, some of you may know she's another YouTuber here on YouTube, and like me, she's a big Metal Gear Solid fan, and I actually got to meet her in the one spot that, I thought I would meet her in, and that was at the Konami booth. Now, we actually took a couple of pictures together, and unfortunately, she didn't recognize me, which, was okay, but she is a very nice person in person, and really cool, and I believe one of those days she actually did go to the Konami booths dressed in her Big Boss cosplay, and unfortunately I didn't get a picture of that, but she was there, she was very nice, and hopefully I'll get to meet her again at another convention. My number 4 is I got to play a lot of demos. Now, there were a lot of really great demos and games that, unless you do some research at E3, you're not even going to be known that they were even there. But I got to play a lot of the PlayStation 4 demos. I got to play The Last of Us before the game releases on the Friday, if I remember correctly. Unfortunately, I was not compelled to try any Xbox demos, despite the fact that I did think a couple of them were very impressive. But I actually did get to play a number of Wii U games, so touching the Wii U for the first time was a kind of a fun experience. So playing demos is my number 4. Number 3 on my list is taking pictures with a lot of characters. Now, there were a lot of character dress-ups there. Most noticeably, there was a girl dressed up as Bayonetta. I got a picture of her. I got to take a picture with a Helghast Sniper and Ratchet and Clank. And most noticeably, it was a cosplayer doing Kratos, and his makeup was just phenomenal. I mean, if you didn't tell me, I would even say that was the guy who was in the God of War Ascension trailer. Luckily, it wasn't, but it was pretty damn close, and I was just a little bit upset that I didn't get a chance to get a picture of him because there was a big mass of people around him, so it was just really impossible to get a private picture without having 5 or 6 other people taking pictures of you as well. Number 2 on my list was getting free stuff. Now, if you can't already tell, if you're at each of the individual booths and you actually complete the demo or you complete watching a certain seminar, they'll actually give you free stuff. I'm currently wearing the shirt that you will get if you had beaten the Last of Us demo. Can't really tell, but it'll say in the back. And while I was there, I also got a shirt for a game called Murdered, which is Murdered Soul. Let's see. What the heck does it say? Soul Suspect, in which you play as a character who gets murdered, and you're basically trying to use your ghostly powers in order to solve who the person killed you. I also got a PlayStation 3 Slim skin, which I will immediately put on and put pictures of as soon as I get home, see if you guys can see it. And Diablo 3 was actually really cool to play. I've never played Diablo. That was my first time playing it, and I got to play it on the PlayStation 3, so that is something I will definitely get when it comes out. I also got a VGVN shirt, which kind of supports, gamers wanting their Gamers Voice Really Matter network, and it was really cool. Luckily, this is my size, and it's Haze. And this shirt, I was actually in line for about like an hour and a half trying to make this shirt. But if you go to the Disney booth, they actually were making customizable shirts that you could actually select the color, design, the size, and everything in it. Now, if you can't tell, I chose to get Mike riding one of the Tron vehicles, and then on the back it says Disney Infinite. Hope you guys saw that quite well. And I also got to get a Mad Max Water 10, and the demo for that was just really amazing. It's about time we got a really legit Mad Max game, and I can't wait. I would like to talk about that more, but I'd like to save that for you guys to check that out on your own. But it was a lot cooler than you would think it would be. And finally, I got a bag of candy from the Hansel and Gretel Witch House, which there was a lot of really hot cosplayers dressed up as witches there. Unfortunately, sadly, I didn't get any pictures, but heck, what can you do? And number 1, the one that I'm most excited for, and the one that I would even say made this entire trip worth it. Just all the hassle I went through, all the struggles I went through. This one moment made it worth it. I actually got to meet my two favorite YouTubers of all time. I got to meet, or should I say, YouTuber gamers, and that was, I got to meet Rachel Moore and Angry Joe. And there was an amazing moment because I was actually getting right out of the demo of Murdered, and I was actually just walking by, just standing on a wall, and I actually saw Rachel there, and I recognized her. And not only that, she was actually nice enough to not only take a number of great pictures, but she actually was able to sign one of her calendars, which I actually purchased many months ago. So that was real nice of her. And then, I kid you not, like 3 seconds later, the second I turned my head, I got to see Angry Joe. And so it was such an amazing moment to see Rachel Moore and Angry Joe at the same time. And not only that, I think that was the first time they had ever met. And I'm happy to say that I actually have the only picture in existence of the two of them. So the fact that me, Brian of 3TR, was present at the very meeting of my two favorite gamer YouTubers of all time, and if it wasn't for me, they probably would never have met, is just insane. I can't even describe how ecstatic I was. It was like if I had seen Hideo Kojima and Christopher Nolan meeting at the same time. My favorite game director and my favorite movie director. One moment, I cannot tell you how ecstatic I was. And I actually got to see Rachel the next day at Starbucks, and I got another picture of her, as you can all tell. And she's such a really nice person. I really hope I get to see her again at future conventions. And with that, those are the top 5 best things that happened to me at my E3 Experience 2013. If you like this video, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check my future videos. And please join me in my next video where I will be sharing you the top 5 worst things about my E3 2013 trip. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.